Ted Cruz, Houston, estimated $2 million. The three-story home that Ted Cruz lives in Houston is so fancy that it'll make anyone gasp. The house is 4,142 square feet and has 5 bedrooms, a fine kitchen, and a large sitting room. It's believed to be worth $2.1 million. The master room has a porch and 2 walk-in closets. The backyard has a hot tub, a pool, and a patio with a roof over it. There's also a home theater, a game room, and a study in the house. But Ted's house isn't just exciting because of how big it is or how many nice things it has, that it gives off a sense of power and wealth. Diane Feinstein, San Francisco, $15 million. Diane Feinstein was a senator from California who had been in office since 1992 and served 6 terms. Her first job was as mayor of San Francisco, where she served 3 terms from 1978 to 1988. She owned a lot of luxury real estate, but her crown prize was a beautiful house in San Francisco's fancy Pacific Heights neighborhood. This beautiful piece of architecture is worth $15 million. There are 4 luxurious bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a sparkling pool, and a huge yard that was made for garden parties and soirees. Diane also had a stylish apartment right in the middle of Washington, D.C., where she could watch the political scene without breaking the bank. Nancy Pelosi, San Francisco, $25 million. The house that Nancy Pelosi lives in San Francisco is truly beautiful. The Victorian home from 1894 is in the fancy Pacific Heights neighborhood and has been lovingly brought back to its former glory. You can get to the 2nd floor from the grand stairs, which goes to the 7th bedroom and 7th bathrooms. The living room is big and bright, and the windows that go from floor to ceiling give you beautiful views of the city. High-tech tools made of stainless steel and marble counters make the kitchen look great. The backyard is very green and has a pool and a hot tub. The house is said to be worth about $25 million. Lauren Boebert, Colorado, price unknown. Lauren Boebert is a lawmaker, supporter of gun rights, and a huge business mogul. Since she won her 2020 election, she's set the political stage on fire in Colorado's 3rd congressional district. In 2023, her net worth is not just a lot of money, it's huge, $41 million. In the quiet Colorado town of Rifle, Lauren lives in a beautiful 4,000-square-foot home. The main floor is very comfortable with a cozy living room and a kitchen that's a cook's dream, complete with stainless steel appliances and granite countertops. The backyard has a hot tub, a swimming pool, and a big patio. Nikki Haley, Kawa Island, South Carolina, $2.4 million. Nikki Haley's dream home on Kawa Island is built in the style of the Mediterranean villa. The beautiful 5,774-square-foot home is on half an acre and looks out over the Kawa River. The outside of the cute house is made of stone and stucco, and it has arched doors, wrought iron porches, and a red tile roof. The main bedroom suite is on the 2nd floor and has a deck with a beautiful view of the river. The bathroom is also very nice, with a deep tub and a separate shower. The house was bought by Nikki and her husband in 2019 for $2.4 million. Josh Shapiro, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, $5 million. Let's learn more about Josh Shapiro, the 48th governor of Pennsylvania. This active Democrat with a bit of an attorney's edge became governor of Pennsylvania in 2023 and brought his style of leadership to the state. There's a lot of activity in the area where Josh's new house is located. Built in 1903, it's a live piece of history that's full of old-fashioned charm. The beautiful Georgian Revival house has 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms and is 12,000 square feet and 4 stories tall. It's worth $5 million. Along with a private movie theater, it has a swimming pool, a tennis court for the governor's meetings, and a swimming pool. It has everything a politician could want. Lindsey Graham, Clemson, South Carolina, $18 million. Lindsey Graham's home in Clemson, South Carolina is a beautiful example of Southern style and elegance. Graham's home, which is in a beautiful city, has a quiet beauty that fits its owner. This house, which is worth $18 million, shows how successful and important he is. The home, which is over 5,000 square feet and has 12 rooms, is the perfect example of elegant Southern life. Inside, the rooms are large and tastefully decorated, with a smooth mix of classic and modern styles. Graham likes the nicer things in life, And the fancy kitchen, which has marble floors and the latest tools, shows this. With its private porch and stunning views of the nearby scenery, the master room is a haven. With its rich grass and maybe even a pool, the outdoor area is a haven for relaxing and a true reflection of gracious living in the middle of Clemson. Sarah Palin, Scottsdale, Arizona, $2.5 million. The 7,900-square-foot home of the former vice presidential candidate is a sight to see. The home is very fancy and sits on 5 acres of land in the well-known Pinnacle Peak neighborhood. There's a wine room, a home theater, and a state-of-the-art kitchen. But outside is where the real fun is, with a swimming pool, spa, and a lit sports court. The backyard is a great place to relax. The house was on the market for $2.5 million at first, but it went for $2.275 million in the end. That's a lot of cash, though. I can see why someone would pay that much for this fancy and interesting house. Elijah Cummings, Baltimore, $750,000. The beautiful house in Baltimore that the late Elijah Cummings lived in is still there. The 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom row house in the famous Madison Park area, which is known for its well-kept Victorian houses. The house is worth $750,000, but what makes it valuable is its past. He bought the house in 1996. It was built in 1889. This is the house where he raised his family and where he held many meetings and events. But the setting of the house is what makes it stand out. You can walk there from Cummings' childhood house in just a few blocks. Other old homes and shops are all around it. Stacey Abrams, $945,000, Atlanta. Stacey Abrams' Atlanta home is a beautiful haven of peace in the middle of the city. The 5,000-square-foot home is worth $975,000 and has a large living room with floor-to-ceiling windows, a modern kitchen, and a master bedroom with its deck. With a pool, a hot tub, and a fire pit, the backyard is a great place to have people over. The home's original building comes from 1920, and subsequent owners have lovingly returned the house to its former glory. The pillars, the furniture, and the stained glass windows all take you back to a different time. It's a place where you can feel the past come alive. Bill and Hillary Clinton, Washington, D.C., $5 million estimated. In Washington, D.C., the Clintons live in a Georgian-style mansion right in the middle of Embassy Row. The house is about 5,500 square feet and has a big staircase, a sunroom, a swimming pool, and lots of beautiful grounds. It's worth about $5 million. Arts and crafts from all over the world are on the walls, and the furniture is a mix of old and new. The house shows how powerful and well-known the Clinton family is. They can have foreign leaders over and hang out with family and friends there. The room is fancy and alluring, and it shows off their style and shows how successful they are. George W. and Laura Bush, Dallas, $7 million. George W. and Laura Bush, who used to be President and First Lady of the United States, own a fancy house in Dallas, Texas. The 7,000-square-foot house is in the high-end Preston Hollow neighborhood and is thought to be worth $7 million. 8 bathrooms, a 2-story library, a wine cellar, and a swimming pool make up the house. On their land, the Bushes also have a hotel. The house is furnished inside in a traditional way with fine art and fancy furniture. The master bedroom is big and has a porch. It's a fancy private place where they can unwind and have fun with their family and friends. Gabrielle Giffords, Tucson, Arizona, $1.5 million. Gabrielle Giffords lives in a big adobe country house in Tucson, Arizona. It has a tile roof and a pool. The 10-room, 4,500-square-foot house is in the fancy El Encanto neighborhood. It cost $1.4 million to buy in June 2012. It's very bright in the living room because there are windows up to the roof. The walls are covered with original works of art by famous Mexican artists. They have high-end tools and marble countertops in the kitchen, which makes it a chef's dream. The master bedroom has a patio with a beautiful view of the city. It's great to rest and relax by the pool after a long day. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon